students, today we are here to discuss the basics of quadratic equations. So before we start today's lecture, let me introduce my institute and myself before you. EduNotech Private Limited is an institute which works towards the betterment of students' academic career. We do not try to behave as a typical coaching institute but act as a guiding force in students' career. We also hold various level scholarship examinations to give students the right exposure of the level of competitive exams and make sure that quality education is accessible even in the remotest area of our country and help students financially to make sure that their education needs are fulfilled. So, I am Shubha Patel and I have completed my schooling from Delhi Public School, Prayagraj, and I am currently in BTech 3rd year Mechanical Engineering from JSS Academy of Technical Education, Noida. Let us start today's lecture. So, we are here to discuss quadratic equations. So, what is a quadratic equation? Let me tell you this first. Quadratic equation is a polynomial. Now, those of you who are asking what is polynomial, polynomial is an expression having degree in whole numbers. What are whole numbers? 0, 1, 2, 3 and till infinity. Now, so quadratic equation is a polynomial which has degree 2. What is degree of the polynomial? Expression having degree, this is 2. And what is expression having degree 2 and what is polynomial? Polynomial is an expression which can have degree in whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now, quadratic equation is a classification of polynomial. It is a kind of classification of polynomial where the degree of the polynomial expression is 2. Okay, its general representation is like this: ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now here you can see the highest degree of x here is a variable, is 0. Is 2. How we know what is the degree? Degree is the exponential power of the variable term and the degree of the polynomial is the highest exponential power of the variable. Here the variable is x. The highest exponential power of x here is 2. And it is a polynomial equation, so it is classified as a quadratic equation, and this is its general representation. Now, for example, if I have to say, I can say this 4x minus 5x plus 2 is a quadratic equation. Is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. Here it is a polynomial because all the power of x are in whole numbers. We have power of x as 2, 1 and 0. Here x is equals to 0, x power 0. 2, 1 and 0. All these are whole numbers. All these are whole number and the highest degree. That is, we simply call it degree of polynomial, and here the polynomial is equation, quadratic equation. So I will say degree of quadratic equation is the highest power of the variable term, which is here is 2. So this is classified as quadratic equation. Now, we need to solve this quadratic equation, and when I say I have to solve the quadratic equation, I mean that I have to find the value of x such that it satisfies this equation. I have to find the value of x such that 4 into x square minus 5x plus 2 gives me 0. This is what means by solving quadratic equation. It is also, and those value of x is also called roots of x. So what is root of x? That value of x that satisfies the quadratic equation. Okay, it is also called x. Now either we can go on to use hit and try method to find the value of x, or we can use the right process, the accurate process to find these values. Now I will tell you what are these processes. I hope you have written this. If not, then please pause the video and see it. Okay. Okay. This was the general representation of quadratic equation. What is A? A here is called coefficient of x square, B here is coefficient of x, and C is the constant. Step 1, how to find root of quadratic equation. The step 1 is to break the product of coefficient of x square and constant such that it is equal to the coefficient of x. Now let me tell you in this equation. So I have to break the product of coefficient of x squared, which is here a, and the constant c, that is a into c. I have to break this a into c such that it is equals to b. Okay, this is what I want. How to solve this? Let me give you an example. I can use here x squared minus 2x plus 1. Coefficient of x squared here is 1. Constant here is 1. So 1 into 1 gives me 1. Now I have to break this 1 such that minus 2 is equals to such that the product is equals to the breakage of 1 into 1. Okay, how to use this? Now this I want here to be 1. Now I have to break this minus 2 such that either its addition or subtraction is equals to 1. How can I do this? X square minus x plus 1. This is the only way. I can break minus 2 into minus 1 into 1. I can break into minus 4 into plus 3 plus 2. But minus 4 into 2 will not give me 1, and I want 2 broken in such a way that it gives me 1. Or I can say I want to break a into 3 such that it gives me b. Both the ways are correct. Either you break b such that it gives you the product of a into c, or break a into c such that it gives you b. I am here choosing b to break such that it gives me the product of coefficient of x square and the constant. Here, if I choose it to be this way, but then the product is minus 8. Is minus 8 equals to 1? No. But when you see minus 1 into 1, minus 1 into 1 is 1. Yes, I have done both the things. I have broken minus 2 such that its addition remains the same. Minus x, if I have to add, I will get again minus 2x. So I haven't changed the equation, and also I've gotten its product equals to product of coefficient of a square, x square and the constant. Okay. Now take x common, x minus 1, and take here my 1 common. So x minus 1 whole came common. Suppose there is something x into y is equals to 0. What does this mean? This means either x is 0 or y is 0. This is what it means now. Either x is 0 or y is 0. I am saying you 4 into x is equals to 0. 4 is not 0. 4 is 4 0. No, 4 is 4. So 4 into x is 0. That means x must be 0 so that 4 into 0 became 0. Okay. So now if this came out to be 0, then that means x minus 1 is equals to 0. In this case, both of them are equal. So x minus 1 again. Here x is equals to 1. Now for your verification, if I say put the value of x as 1 here, you will find that this equation is satisfied. X is equals to 1 will give 1. Minus 2 into 1 will give 2 plus 1. Isn't LHS equals to RHS? So this is the accurate method of solving such equations. Now we will solve a few more equations and we will find the root. What was minus 1? So it has two roots, minus 1 and minus 1. Both the roots were equal. Let us solve few questions to find out. We have this equation x square minus 7x minus 18 is equals to 0. Right? X square minus 7x minus 18 is equals to 0. Now, either I break the product of x square, which is 1, and the constant minus 18 that gave me minus 18, such that it is equals to the coefficient of minus 7. I have to break minus 18 in two parts, say A and B, such that it is equals to minus 7. This is what I want now. Or I can say I have to break minus 7 into two parts. Minus 7 is broken into two parts, A and B, such that its addition or subtraction gives me minus 18. Both the way I am saying the same things. So let us do this in this way. It is easy for us. Minus 7 I have to break into minus 18. How can I do that? I can do minus 7 plus 3. But is minus 10 into 3 gives me 18? No. I can do minus 11 plus 4. Does minus 11 into plus 4 gives me 18? No, it gives 44. The product here is minus 30. The product here is 44. What else can we do? Now let us see. Minus 9 into plus 2. Yes, now minus 9 into plus 2 is giving me minus 7. So I am not changing anything here in the middle. And also minus 9 into 2 gives me 18. So I will use this one. X square minus 9x plus 2x minus 18 is equal to 0. X minus 9 plus 2x minus 9 is equal to 0. X minus 9, x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 9 and minus 2. Okay. So what are the roots of this equation? You will say 9 and minus 2. For verification, put x is equals to 9 and x is equals to minus 2. You will find that this equation is satisfied. Put x is equals to 9, x square 63 minus 18, 0. Again x square is equals to minus 2. 4 plus 14 minus 18 is equals to 0. Okay, this is what I mean by solving you for the roots of the quadratic equation. Now, when we will solve the problems based on this, you will find that the equation formed in the problems will be quadratic equation, and these are the methods you will use to find the roots of the quadratic equation. So that means we have found that value of x which satisfies that quadratic equation, and it will be the answer. This is the application of quadratic equation. We will use this application in the next video. Thank you for watching our videos.